Hi, I'm Sharon, and my family and I have been attending GT for a few years now. I would like to tell you how God healed me recently. So my battle with insomnia began slowly. I was a young teen and I learned that I was a light sleeper. I was also a little bit of an anxious child, wanting to do the best of everything. When university began, so began the vicious cycle of caffeinating to study and then self-medicating to sleep. And in my early teaching years, that light sleep became full-on hours and hours of wakefulness in the night. The sleep challenges, coupled with that unhealthy dose of anxiety, really settled a deep-rooted fear in me that has affected pretty much every facet of my life for over 2 decades. On January 26th, 2022, Jeff and I attended the Glad Tidings prayer school, and it was healing night. Pastor Tim gave a great talk and then asked if anybody who needed prayer would stand. And I looked over at Jeff and reluctantly stood. I stood out of surrender and obedience, not because I had faith in that moment. I couldn't even imagine what life would be like without anxiety around all things sleep-related. Pastor Tim anointed us and prayed generally over us. He had no idea why any of us had stood. And near the end, he prayed specifically for a few things. And right after foot pain, he ended his prayer for someone with insomnia. And I felt a flicker of hope. That night, I decided not to take medication. I've done this over the years periodically, and it typically ends with frustration and discouragement and exhaustion. I slept and I woke up feeling rested. I praised God and I wondered if it would happen again. And the next night was the same. I slept without medication. I felt rested when I woke up. And I was beginning to wonder if God had healed me. I felt as though God had taken away all of the fear. Every worry about sleep was gone. I slept for 4 straight nights at my in-laws' house without medication, and I slept just as well as I had at home. I was convinced that I had been healed from insomnia. I had to tell what God had done for me. I couldn't not tell. So I told my Bible study, and they celebrated with me. And then I told my best friend and my family, and then Pastor Tim. And now I'm telling you, I have been healed from insomnia that for 2 decades ran my life. God didn't forget me. He heard my cries those years. I have no idea why it happened now, especially when my faith was so small. But He is for us, and He is good, and He is faithful and trustworthy. So praise God with me.